focus. News coming in from the Russian media. The Kremlin has now reacted to Donald Trump's threats of imposing sanctions. Kremlin has now stated that no amount of sanctions will ever make Russia change its positions. Officials there have claimed that Europe and Ukraine are trying to pull the United States deeper into the conflict. Remember, this comes as Trump has stated that he's ready to move to a second phase of sanctions against Russia. And this is the first time he's come close to actually ramping up pressure over the war that is taking place in Ukraine. Trump has threatened more sanctions before, but held back while trying to push for peace talks. The U.S. Treasury Secretary has also stated that the U.S. and the EU could slap extra tariffs on countries buying Russian oil, such as China and India, to hit Russia's economy hard. Trump states that the sanctions so far have already cost Russia hundreds of billions of dollars, but he did not say exactly what the next steps will be. With us on the broadcast is Mr. Glenn Grant, former advisor to the Defense Minister of Ukraine. Thank you for taking our time speaking to us on NewsX World. The last time we'd interacted, we discussed the threats of sanctions that Trump had made against Russia. Kremlin now coming out and reacting. They've stated that no amount of sanctions will ever make Russia change its position. Is this now signal enough for the Donald Trump administration to realize that the idea of trilateral talks that he's been mooting is not being welcomed by the administration, by Putin?
That's a very good question. I mean, with Trump and his administration, you can't be at all sure what they understand, because it has seemed from the beginning that Trump is supporting Russia. And nothing that he's done has changed my view on that he is. But so how does one gauge what Trump is going to do before he does it? It's impossible. I mean, he's talked about sanctions, 2-week delay, thinking about it solidly now for months, and nothing has actually happened. So here we are with him talking about sanctions again. We have to wait and see what he actually does. But if the point from the Kremlin that this is not going to have any effect is likely not true. We have to remember that it was money that brought down the Soviet Union. They just couldn't afford to keep going. And it will be money that brings down Russia eventually. Probably not the front line, but money. So if the EU and America get their act together, then as the American Treasury said, they could actually bring down Russia. But I'm not holding my breath on this. I still wait to see, because so far sanctions have been weak.
All right, so with that, I would like to thank you for taking our time speaking to us on the broadcast. Viewers, we're shifting